Hey folks, Reza here with a Reza Talks. Yep, I named my playlist on the channel of Reza Talks where I talk about the before and after games.
Welcome to Twisted Metal.
And if you heard little old Calypso talking, this is Twisted Metal. This is the newest one. Came out not too long ago. This is probably the newest game so far that I've played. Pretty close to when it came out, and I gotta say I am impressed with the start of this here. Got a little something different for you. I am gonna be wanting to show you a playthrough of the game, so to speak, and you know, just gonna wanna still give you the thoughts of the game, do the normal positive, negative thoughts, but I kind of gotta expand it out a little bit over 5-6 episodes, since I'm going to be showing you each mission in the story. Link in the description for the video I put up for Sweet Tooth. Now, this is gonna be my first negative here, and I left all this little quirkiness thing in here, is that there is no directions to how to play when you start. Usually first mission in any sort of game, you know, this is move, this is shoot, this is all about I shoot a random missile, I'm trying to figure it all out. The first negative thing is that you have to play the training, and it sounds stupid, but one, you get a trophy, so I guess it's kind of okay, but you can't just jump right into the game. You really gotta play, you really gotta do the training system in order to even figure out how to play the game. Like, I'm shooting off all sorts of things. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I just, I'm like, oh, I got 40 damage. I don't know what the hell was going on. And I'm looking down at the bottom corner. I'm seeing all these buttons here. I'm like, alright. Now I gotta figure all this out. So yeah, definitely do the training mode if you're gonna play this game. It is definitely worth it. You get to come into pretty good familiarity with some of the weapons. But this is going to be the Sweet Tooth story. And like I said, you definitely need to do the training. If you're like me and first time you press that triangle button to turn into the robot, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Oh, what just happened? That was a giant transformer. Sweet. The other negative thing I have to say about the game is that it required an online pass to play online. Now, you know my feelings about the online pass, and it's stupid. It is really stupid. And a game like this, trying to gain the respect back of the community that they once had, because let's face it, Twisted Metal was a huge game. The last time I played it was back on like the PlayStation. So, you know, what I can remember from the game, not very specific, but I do remember the basics of it. You kill everyone, you got the weapons, you got the ridiculous story. What can they do to bring that sort of gameplay back for me? And so far up to the game, they were, you know, they're doing pretty good. I really like that it's still the same old, you know, kill 'em all sort of gameplay. It shows that they're still looking in towards the fans for support of what their game actually is. And yeah, I think it's a pretty good game. I'm going to talk about the game a little bit. It's going to take you a game or two, even with the training, to try to figure out, you know, the best sort of strategy. Like, you know, using that big old robot, trying to figure out what it does and how you're supposed to control it the right way. I still haven't figured out the right way. but it gives an interesting boost. Another negative thing I thought is that you can't, you know, it really doesn't have the sort of leniency as the previous games did. If you remembered, if you remembered the game, first off, you could play the story as any character, and the story was stupid thing. The story was, something pops up on my screen. The story was that there's a contest. Calypso's running the contest, and if you win, you get granted one wish, and it's basically anything in his power. And that's still the same basic story, but you don't get to pick the players. So in a sense, it's sort of, the game is real. I just drove right over the mine. Like I said, I was still learning the game, trying to figure everything out. I didn't want to leave the arena area, but I think I end up doing so anyway because I try out that garage thing. There is a lot of good things to come from this game, and I feel that they did a pretty good job. They didn't do, you know, so far up to this point, I felt the controls for the weapons could have been a little bit more clear. Some of these weapons, like it told a little robot with wheel thingies called a ricochet. I don't know what the hell a ricochet was. It just, bleh, just sent out. I'm like, okay, what's it gonna do? What else to talk about? I did have a little notepad of all like positive and negative things to say about the game, and I don't want to get into any of the afterthoughts. I want to save that for another video at least, so I can have at least a couple commentaries of being involved in the game. The rest of them are just going to have to end up not having my commentaries. I'm just going to have to show the gameplay, which I'm sure you won't mind, and get a break from my annoying voice. You love my voice. No, what was that? So, let's talk about the gaming world, I guess, in general, for the next 5 minutes. I pre-ordered a couple games recently. Darksiders 2, that is set to release in near the summer of this year. I'm really looking forward to that game. I'm looking at the screens, I'm looking at videos, concept arts. It's looking pretty amazing. I can't wait for that sort of game. I also ended up pre-ordering the new Assassin's Creed, and that looked utter amazing. I mean, there's no other words for it. Utter amazing is what it is. I will find a link for the trailer, the TV spot that came out. Still an early TV spot trailer. It still says it's rated pending because they're still going through all that stuff. But, you know, it takes place around the time of the American Revolution, and you're now controlling of an Indian. Or Native American, if you want to be politically correct. Fuck that. I'm in America. I get to say what the fuck I want. I'm such an asshole. I agree with it. But I really can't wait for Assassin's Creed to come out. It's looking amazing. The only thing I have to say, though, is I hope that it ends with this game. You know, I got really far off topic, go from Twisted Metal to Assassin's Creed. But I'm going to say it anyway. The Assassin's Creed story, I hate to say, needs to end. It's an amazing story. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. It is. It's beautiful. The amount of detail they put into the game, the locations. It's absolutely incredible. There's no way around it whatsoever. But the game itself, it has gotten its repetitiveness down. So I'm worried that it gets too repetitive, and you got really no other place to go with the game, and that's what it's coming down to. I thought they were going to end it with Revelations, and, well, of course they didn't. So now I'm just hoping that they don't decide to drag it out again. It ended with you trying to find some Grand Temple. You get outside of it, and Desmond awakes from his long-ass coma and says, I know what we have to do. And that's the end of the game. Yeah, pretty bad ending. Almost as bad as the first one. Definitely not as bad, but almost as bad as the first one. But I hope they don't, like, get to wherever it is in there. It's like, oh, now what do I do? And then the game ends. That would be horrible. The game has reached its pinnacle. And if they end it, as long as they do it well, it should go down as like a top series altogether. Another series is coming back, Halo. When I pre-ordered those 2 games, which was weird because I ended up pre-ordering PS3 games, and the girl there gives me a Halo 4 sticker for Xbox. Didn't make much sense to me either, but she was cute. She gets away with it. But on the back of the sticker, it says Master Chief is back with an all-new trilogy. So there's another 3 Halo games coming out. I can't really say much. I really haven't played the campaign myself. I played a little bit of the multiplayer. It was only when I was playing with my friends or my roommates or whatnot, because they wanted to play, either have someone play with them on the campaign or play someone on in the local multiplayer or online player. I wasn't never really good, but I wasn't that bad. Getting back to the game here, this truck pissed me off. You have no idea. You really have no idea how many times I actually died by the health truck. When you die by the health truck, that's just a sense of irony that is just beyond unreasonable fathom. When I get run over by the health truck, it's just like, you don't want to do anything else. It's just like you're done. You're done doing anything. The soundtrack. I think I'll end it on the last positive thing that I didn't have written down. There is some original music in there from the original Twisted Metal. I felt like I heard. Also, some music made specifically for Twisted Metal, which I thought was pretty cool the way they did that. As well as some random. So I heard Avenged Sevenfold in there. I thought they definitely put in a good word into the game, able to fit that in there nicely. Yep. My words are coming to an end on this game. I hope you enjoyed watching this first episode of the Sweet Tooth story, and I will see you in the very next episode. Episode number 2, the second mission. I don't remember what the mission is, but I'll see you there.